Good morning, my dear friends. It's Gord, your hurtin' hippie. It is Thursday. We're almost through the week, and it is Asthma Day. We're talking about asthma, brought to you by Garrett Little. Garrett Little asked me to talk about cannabis and asthma. How does it help? And does it? So, first of all, a bit of a disclaimer. Y'all know I have no medical background. Do not take advice from me. Take my opinions and research them. Because all I have done is taken the best research that I can find and read it, and I'm going to regurgitate it to y'all. So a little bit of regurgitation coming up. First of all, asthma. Asthma is close to my heart. I have a child with asthma. She's now 35 years old, or close to it, and doing healthy, and her asthma barely ever bothers her anymore. But oh my goodness, as a child, she was struck with it really, really bad. And there were two different hospital visits where they told me they didn't expect her to make it to the next day, and she was under a tent. And still to this day, I can barely remember that without tears coming up. And we fought it, and the only way we knew how to fight it then was through steroids, the use of steroids. And through that, she became a little bit bigger than she wanted to be, but she gained strength. And she actually ended up playing basketball when she got a little older. So she did get it under control. So I am not going to put down, sorry, I do look off sometimes. I'm not going to put down, sorry, somebody very close to my truck. I am not going to put down traditional methods. First of all, traditional methods are what saved my daughter's life. I'll say that now. I'll say it strongly. And even if I had known what I know now, I probably would have gone the steroid area, because what I'm about to report is very very preliminary. I will say, there just isn't enough research. We need more research in this area. It's definitely promising, and I am saying my conclusion ahead of time, that although it's promising, I think what's needed is to isolate the chemicals that are working well with asthma, tweak them the way we need to and the way we know how to, and produce maybe an asthma treatment that is absolutely above and beyond all the ones that exist already. Does that exist now? No. But that being said, and again, always deal with your doctor. I noticed, I'm going to put a couple of links below, and I noticed that in one of them, the comment section is full of people just asking other people advice. And I see you guys asking me advice, but I'm going to research it, and I'm not going to give you advice. I'm going to give you opinion from which I expect you will learn more from other sources. I sure hope. So that's it. How does cannabis help? In 6 areas, it does help to some extent. Again, the testing is minimal. The first area, pain. There is pain associated to asthma, and we all know that cannabis helps with pain. I have had a few people tell me it doesn't do a thing for pain. It just gets you high. And if getting you high makes you forget about your pain, it's doing something for the pain. But there is actual research that works on pain, that it actually reduces pain and improves the communication between the pain source and the brain. Number 2 is that as an antibiotic. Some of asthma is related to bacterial infections of the lung. And cannabis, especially CBD and CBG, but THC also, are antibacterial, and they do get rid of funguses and stuff like that. So there are preliminary studies that show that it helps in keeping the lungs cleaner. I want to say before I go further, almost everything I read, I'm only attaching a couple. Out of everything I read, it said really smoking, if you're asthmatic, although smoking brings in things that will help your lungs, smoking green cannabis will also damage your lungs because of the carcinogens in it. Most of this is aimed at taking CBD, THC, CBG, all those different things under your tongue or edible wise. Even vaping is a little bit better than the heavy smoke. So let me make sure you know that. If I were to have put my daughter on cannabis at that age, if we were in a new world, it would have been edible. And it probably would have been CBD with everything I've read, and if I could get it, CBG. The fourth area it helps, third area is anti-inflammatory. There's a lot of swelling of the bronchi. There's a lot of swelling of the lungs, of the throat. It becomes very difficult. This is an area that a tincture under the tongue of CBD could help bring down that inflammation. Bronchodilatory. Your bronchial tubes, I'm no medical guy, inflame and swell, and yes, that's part inflammatory, but it's also broncho. I wish I understood that a little bit better, but it says it's in this area that cannabis helps the most. It stops the spasms of the bronchi. It opens them up more so that you can breathe a little easier and cuts down on the irritation. Antispasmodic. That's similar to the broncho. Muscles will spasm during an asthma attack and sometimes even on their own. And THC is known very well as to bring down CBD is known very well to bring down spasms both in musculature and in our skin. I get it all the time from my fibromyalgia, so it definitely helps there. And as an expectorant, just keep you kind of healthy, keep the bugs away. Very limited research there, although it's been used as an expectorant for 4,000 or 5,000 years. So there's got to be something behind it. Again, anecdotal. I don't have studies. These things report a few studies, so look into them and keep researching, and never do anything without your doctor. Never do anything without your doctor. If your doctor won't talk about cannabis, get a new doctor. But if your doctor says no to cannabis and has a good reason, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. We just aren't there yet. There's more there. We just have to get there to find more there. Peace and cheers. Love and harmony. Thanks, Garrett Little. Peace.